Good morning, pioneers. Today is Monday, June the 1st. Just wanted to review real quick with you what we did last week on Thursday, Friday, preparing for war, kind of getting ready for both the North and the South as the Civil War takes hold. Uh, First of all, the North or the Union, Abraham Lincoln, capital Washington, D.C., against the spread of slavery, favored a strong national government. Strengths of the Union, factories, large population, railroads to move troops and goods and services, more farms producing edible crops, established a navy, and more wealth. One of the weaknesses was for a while during the Civil War, they had poor military leadership. The South, President Jefferson Davis, capital Richmond, Virginia, in favor of slavery, stronger states' rights. Okay. The strengths of the South for the Civil War, fighting on their own land, experienced military leaders, defending the Southern way of life. The weaknesses of the South, obviously, there would be the advantages of the North: less factories, fewer railroads than the North. Geography could be split up, and less funding. Uh, Famous generals, two that you'll learn about later next week, actually: Ulysses S. Grant and Robert E. Lee. There's other names you'll hear as we go through some battles later this week, too. Most of them knew one another. Most of them trained at West Point Military Academy. And really, you had to make a judgment at the end of your assessment the other day. Which side do you feel had more advantages? But remember, war is not always about who's stronger. Sometimes it's a matter of will. Okay. And we're going to take a look. Speaking of that, we're going to take a look today and tomorrow, June 1st and 2nd, really at the average Civil War soldier. Some information here. The average Civil War soldier weighed about 150 pounds, stood about 5'8". Usually was under the age of 21. Not that there weren't soldiers over the age of 21. Most were farmers, and a lot of their day, most of their time was spent drilling, and more drilling. As you read today and tomorrow about Civil War soldiers, show you some faces, some photos here. You're going to learn about that drill, and more drill, what life was like in the camps, um, what their shelter was like. Some random photos here for you to look at. When they weren't fighting during the wintertime, what winter camps were like, different uniforms, Union or the Northern uniform, Southern Confederate uniform. You're going to read about the weapons of war. What did the soldiers carry with them in their haversacks? Some more photos. What did they do in their leisure time? What was their food, their diet like of the average Civil War soldier? You'll read about hardtack. Religion played a big part for these soldiers on both sides. Here you see a statue of Father Corby and a monument on Gettysburg battlefield, the Celtic Cross. Many soldiers died. You'll notice the Civil War soldiers, the battles were characterized by high casualties. You'll see that, but also uh, more soldiers, about 2/3, were killed by disease. How? Why? Inadequate physical examinations, ignorance, rural origins of soldiers, their immune systems were not built up enough, neglected camp hygiene, insect and vermin. Sorry, guys, just went up there. Lack of proper clothing, uh, poor food, and water were some of the reasons. You'll see here by state, guys. You go back to this slide or pause it if you want, but the red signifies the area where disease killed soldiers. The blue were killed in combat. So you'll see more soldiers were actually killed by the spread of disease than by actual battle deaths, although they were very high as well. Here you see total little breakdown, guys, and notice the grand total here of the Union: 359 plus thousand people died, 258,000 for the Confederacy, bringing the total to over 620,000. In Schoology, guys, this is where you're going to go. Civil War, Life of a Civil War Soldier for June 1st and 2nd. There are a couple brief videos that you have to watch, and then there is a reading about Life of a Civil War Soldier. Later this week, early next week, we'll have a Civil War reenactor. We'll videotape a Google Meet for you guys to watch. And then there are just a couple of questions for you to answer based upon your reading and watching the videos. Have a great day.